I'm Robin Pauc. I'm the director of the Tinsley House Clinic.
Hi Robin, thanks for joining us again today. I'd like to talk to you about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. If a child has ADHD, is it best to get them on a medication as soon as possible?
Absolutely not. The first thing to do with any child that has ADHD is basically to look at their diet. Now the chances are, when you look at the diet in detail, you'll find that it basically involves carbohydrate loading plus loads and loads of chemicals, baddie numbers, artificial sweeteners. So if you look at the typical ADHD child's diet, it's going to start the day with, what can I think of? Toast with chocolate spread on, cereals, sometimes laced with things like fizzy drinks, Coca-Cola first thing in the morning. Mid-morning we topped up with biscuits, crisps, cakes. Lunchtime, anything that involves carbohydrate. Same thing in the afternoon, constant grazing, chocolate bars, sweets, more biscuits, crisps, cakes. Evening meal almost certainly to be pasta based. And what you have to realise is that with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, what you need to do is to keep the blood sugars as level as you can throughout the day. The reason being that what you don't want is the blood sugars rocketing up, and then as the insulin cuts in, plummeting, more sugar, blood sugars go up. Every time the blood sugars go up, the brain is in ecstasy. It loves it. It's addictive, it's a high, it's associated with all sorts of brain chemicals. So what we want to do is keep the blood sugars level throughout the day. So what we need to do is to start the day, if we possibly can, with complex foods, proteins, fats and carbohydrates, so that the stomach is busy through the morning, maybe topped up with, say, an apple. Lots of schools give fruit these days. An apple mid-morning, a sensible lunch, either a good school dinner or a good packed lunch, which will be a sandwich with a protein in, ham, tuna, cheese, whatever, some raw vegetables, some fruit. If you can, encourage the child to have something like a natural yogurt. Put some fruit in it, mash it up, make it tasty. When they come out of school, give them something like carrot sticks, breadsticks, dips, hummus, masalata, tahini. And then in the evening, a home-cooked meal that the family sit down and enjoy together. This is prime family time, sitting around a table. What we don't want is processed foods, carbohydrates, foods with chemicals added to them. What we've got to do is keep the blood sugar level. The other thing we need to do is remember that the child's brain is rapidly growing, expanding, developing, producing new brain cells, new connections, doing all sorts of amazing stuff. So what the brain needs is omega-3. 60% of the brain is going to be made out of fat. Of that fat, 20% has to be the essential fatty acids. They're not called essential just for the sake of it. They are essential. We need to have them. So you need to have particularly omega-3. If the diet has been atrocious, you'll need to have omega-6 as well. For any child that has attention problems and hyperactivity problems, if they're impulsive, they need to have also with this zinc, magnesium, vitamin C and B complex. But the zinc and magnesium, you don't have to take my word for this, there's research been carried out throughout the world. There are pockets in places like Turkey, Poland, where research has been carried out, where there are endless children that are hyperactive, bouncing off the walls. And it's been put down to things like zinc and magnesium deficiencies. There just isn't enough in the diet. So keep the blood sugars level, supplement with omega-3, omega-6, make sure that they're having zinc and magnesium at an age-appropriate dose. If you're unsure about what the dose should be, take a look on my website, tinsleyhouseclinic.co.uk. On the diet page, it's got everything you need to know about diet and supplementation.